decisions. Oh, okay, this is nice. So at least you'll get to see the interaction. We're gonna discard our smashing, right? We don't lose life, but what we do is replace that card with a Pyromancer. Not so shabby. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today I have an original, never before seen deck for you guys, made by myself, focused around Rielle, the Everwise, and Wizard Tribal. We've taken a look at Warrior, Clerics, Rogues. Everybody's forgetting about Wizards. Let's show Wizards some love today. And you know, Rielle, the Everwise, has an ability of whenever you discard one or more cards for the first time each turn, draw that many cards. This is incredible because we see Kroxa being played everywhere. Rakdos, hand hate, mid-range, aggro, whatever people are playing, it contains Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. It forces you to discard. That sucks. Not so much with Rielle Everwise though, right? This is actually pretty cool, and it will force a draw. And you know, with our double draws via the Pyromancer, whenever you draw your second card each turn, the Pyromancer deals 3 damage to any target. So it can allow us to only draw 1 on our opponent's turn because of the Kroxa discard force draw through Rielle. We can, you know, just do a simple draw like Opt, and then that will trigger the second draw on our opponent's turn, which will trigger our Pyromancer, which is pretty cool. And we have things like Into the Roil to trigger that secondary draw as well. And you know, we could just old-fashioned double draw with Thrill of the Possibilities. So you know, there's the general synergy within the deck. We can also force ourselves to discard if we're not playing against a Kroxa deck. Obviously the deck does revolve around discarding your own cards. So we have Magmatic Channeler here, you know, a 1/3 which you can tap to discard a card, pulling 2 cards from the top of your library, and you get to play one of them this turn, which is really cool. And of course, playing cards from exile, See the Truth. You get to look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand. If it was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards to your hand instead. So we could potentially just draw a whole bunch of cards with See the Truth via our Magmatic Channeler, which is really cool. Of course, Rielle's power is equal to the number of instances and sorceries in our graveyard. And then we do have something like Kazuul's Fury as an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, and deal damage to sacrifice creature's power, or equal to sacrifice creature's power to any target. So, you know, it's not uncommon to have Rielle like an 11/3, a 12/3, and you've been doing damage with your Irencrag Pyromancer, chip damage, and then you just fling in. It's very quite easy and quite rewarding. We also have Master of Winds incorporated within the deck, a 1/4 flying, and when it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. If Rielle's in play, you're just drawing 3 cards basically. That's awesome. It's a 1/4, and whenever you cast a instant sorcery or a wizard, you can flip its base power and toughness. So again, it's got flying, evasion, which is great, and we're doing that chip damage. This is an easy way to get in for 4 damage on your opponent, which is pretty cool. And you can also kind of drain their spells from their hand if they've got damage-based removal. You can flip it to a 1. They think they're going to get it. Boom. You flip it back, and now it's a 4 instead, which is pretty cool as far as I'm concerned, right? So if they're trying to shock it or Hasfield spike it, you know, just pull the trigger on them, instant speed with an Opt Into the Roil, anything that's an instant sorcery or wizard. Again, if you'll probably have to do instances here because you can't cast sorceries on the stack, but just something really cool that you could do there with the Master of Winds. So massive synergies within the deck. We've got a single Castle Vantress to support a little bit of scrying. I'm not sure what to say about it, guys. This is a really fun deck to play, and within the current meta that is kind of concentrated within Kroxa, it works very well. So if you found any value within this quick deck overview, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend. We're going to get into today's gameplay footage. Thanks for watching. You know, don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out on our final comments and thoughts, yada. Take care. We'll see you in a second. All right, original deck in Mythic. I don't know, maybe. We tested it a few times within the play queue. It gets wins. It's a powerful deck, but to prorate something in Mythic is an entirely different story. It's different, and it's a little bit weird, I think. it's not a bad hand. I mean, we could have got punished worse. Don't shit there. Ah, man. Bloodchief's Thirst is so good. And that's the problem, is that our opponents have everything just so dialed in. Right, so we're just going to be playing into more removal. Oh, that sucks. So we could have just waited and tried to play Rielle with our Thrill, but it's 2 turns away. Yeah, I guess, you know, what else do you do but just wait. Removal City. Okay, that's not a bad pickup. If we could top deck another land, I'd be pleased. Mono black artifact control, so you know there's an Ugin in here somewhere. Interesting. They're already at 5, so we need to pay attention to that. Let's hold off. I guess we should just play this. We could activate the Pyromancer instant speed because this is draw 2 cards. Ah, yeah, that just sucks. And do we go for it just to kill the Simulacrum, or do we hold off and just play our other Pyromancer? And then just hopefully they don't get an Ugin. Good card. Sucks. I think we just go for it. Oh, man. I feel like we just leave the Simulacrum there almost, don't we? Right? I don't know. It's feels a little weird. Another one, awesome. Ramp off, baby. I mean, obviously this person's played this deck a lot. That's the thing about being a content creator, making multiple decks per day, especially when we're in Mythic. Kind of awkward. Okay, so this is not the worst. I wish the Truth was on the top of our deck instead. So we're gonna discard. We get to replace it with Rielle, and then we get 2 cards, and one of them... Oh, I thought that was See the Truth. We don't have enough mana to play it, which sucks. Typically, we fling Rielle at our opponent because we build it up. It's a sorcerer speed, we may as well take it. I mean... Yeah. We'll keep See the Truth just in the deck, and we try to free cast it with our Channeler. Get that additional value. Oh, so much removal. Removal and ramp. Removal. Oh. Wow. Welcome back, right? I know you've been taking a break, HGG, but welcome back to the game. I got a new deck. So watch them like top deck in Ugin here. Need one more land, but still it's getting there, right? I guess let's just opt now. See the Truth's not great. Sorcerer speed, let's use it. We don't have the blue source up to cast this. Do we have to reveal this? I like the draw, but if there is an Ugin, we can't live like that. Let's keep this land here in our hand. We wouldn't have anything to discard to cast Thrill. So, I mean, it doesn't do any good in the battlefield. And then next turn, if we do draw something good, we're not forced to discard it to use our thrill, right? Land. Okay. Castle Lochthwain. This is where it gets gross. Oh, you dog. Woof. Ouchies. Oh! We should double channel. I love that Master of Winds, but take the draw. Draw 2, then discard. Hopefully they just top deck nothing for like a while until we can stabilize. We have our smashing, and we could probably use that as a good smash-a-roonies. Oh, what? 1, 2, 3. Blood Chief's Thirst with 2 Heartless Hacks. What a savage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we have it down here. 6 mana. We could go to 7. So we could cast for 5. Goodness gracious. Woof. Pardon my internet. Or just maybe the... And I don't know why it does it wrong, right? Yeah, there you go. Like, why wouldn't it automatically sort the damage correctly? Just to try to catch people off guard. I guess. They get the draw, and the murderer goes back to the library. So, I mean, it's not great, but... Ooh. No attacks. We do need to defend. We only have 6 life, so we're way extended here. Really? Really? Sploosh. So much removal. I can't handle it. It's like not a good deck for us to go up against. You know, we don't run any negates. Oh man, let's opt first. I don't think bouncing this to the hand helps. Oh man, no. We can do it instant speed. This is instant too. Woof. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, we do have the mana. I mean, I'm sure they're sitting on Ugin, that's why they said good game. Needless to say, you can see that we didn't just get pummeled. We are at least able to, you know, interact our way to the grave. Alright, there goes our disruption. You know, maybe there's not an Ugin. Maybe they're still digging. But they've done an absolutely amazing job. That's our turn again. We do have the disruption on the attack. Losing our graveyard, which does actually affect one part of our strategy is, you know, Rielle's powers equal to the number of instances and sorceries and wizards, I think, in your grave. Get out of here. We get to draw. Hopefully it's instant speed interaction. It's not. It's a land. Oh, there's Daddy. We knew it was coming this whole time. right? There's no getting around it. They appreciate that, I'm sure. Give them a little heart on our way out. Cry. Alright, first match didn't really work out for us. Removal City. Let's try to hopefully make up for whatever that was. I think we did alright. I mean, it's a deck that kind of revolves on your opponent just leaving you alone. It is what it is. Putting our opt into the graveyard, our 4th land. It's not really bad. That does guarantee the activation of our Master of Wings. See the truth. Look into the future. Top 3, pick one. I'm down for a Pyromancer. Like, if this is a mono red deck, that 0/4 is a decent defender. More so than our Rielle, which the only reason, oh, it is. And they shocked to the dome. Interesting. That's not a move you see often. Okay. Making so they can draw. That actually makes sense now. Right? Emptying their hand. I don't want them to kill the Pyromancer, and we have a Rielle copy in hand, so let's sacrifice that. If there's some weird thing they've got going on, bring it over. Do the 4 damage. I think they do have 4 damage. If not, the robber can't attack. They go for it. Interesting. They have to hit it right now before... Yeah. Oh, they bounce it with our Into the Roil. That's like risky bisques. Sploosh. A douche. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we go back down to 7. We could do it. I think I like the Scry for late game. So we're going to keep the Temple. Second robber, they can both go in. We block 1. An opt. And a Phoenix. That's fine. They can opt. These robbers are annoying me. Let's get this Pyromancer out. That's where we should have went the first. Because we could have killed them with that discard there. And then we can activate our Thrill. So we need a red. Let's do our Riverglide Pathway. And we could do it now, or we could wait. I think we do it now. We're keeping this in defensive mode, I guess you could say. Killing one of the robbers, which is gonna really help. No attacks. We have our Magmatic Channeler in hands, which is like discard automatically every turn. Annex is annoying, but it's fine. There's no attacks here. What? Oh, just for the draw. They're 2 Master of Winds. Stop it. I'd rather lose the Phoenix over the Pyromancer. I'm calling it a Phoenix, but it's a Sphinx. LOL. Oh, and that's what I was worried about. As long as there's no Embercleave, right? Let's set up our next turn. Well, I don't mind another Channeler. That's like pretty good actually, I guess. No attacks. We're in pretty good capabilities to handle this, right? 11 toughness on... Oh, they are going for it. So we would stop 3. It's gonna go to 4, 5, 6. We're gonna get hit for 3, 9. We're gonna get hit for 9. Yikes. We're so close to getting it, right? Interesting. That's not good, because there's still a cleave on top of it. So we get hit for 10, 11. Oh, that's lethal. Good game. Ah! We're so close to converting there. Alright. Mono red Embercleave just nuked us out. We're so close to converting on these scrubs. It's a good deck, I promise. It's well balanced. All 3 of our draw hands have been very friendly. I spent a lot of time with it in the last few days just in the play queue. And, you know, it smashes there, but I know you guys don't want play queue footage. You need that ranked. So if we can get a single win in Mythic, I'm going to be very, very pleased. I believe we can do it. I have enough wins with it previously to know that it is just very powerful. It comes down to avoiding removal. And now we enter the argument of whether we need negate in the deck or not, right? More counter magic than just Jwari's Disruption. Oh, it's a Rakdos player. This is really cool. So this is actually my favorite interaction. Not for a few turns. We will get there. Resolve. Let's lose the opt. And we'll utilize the other. For our 4th land, I think we keep it. So the thing is, Kroxa is forcing us to discard, but Rielle, whenever you discard one or more cards, you just draw. So it's really no harm, no foul as far as that goes. Right? Like, I hope there's not a bunch of removal here. It's a good matchup if you can avoid their removal, right? There's Blood Chief's Thirst, like we've seen. You know, Heartless Act. It could be Brave and Run Eliminates, and that deals with us very well. Also, because we're all 3 or low, 3 or lower. Oh, right? It's like say my name 3 times in the mirror. Blood Chief's Thirst. Blood Chief's Thirst. Blood Chief's Thirst. It's like, how does every opening hand have more copies of Blood Chief's Thirst than I've ever seen? She quit complaining, but you know, let's just progress with our game plan, and maybe it pays off. If not, it works in theory for you guys. The thing is, I don't have negate in the deck because, you know, I built it in play queue. I played it in play queue, and then last minute I was like, well, I should just film it in Mythic. It performed great. But it's, you know, people are a little bit more well-balanced in Mythic. You know what I mean? They'll mulligan their opening hand even though they have their ideal curve because there's no removal, for example, right? They can make these decisions. Oh, okay, this is nice. So at least you'll get to see the interaction. We're going to discard our Smashing, right? We don't lose life. But what we do is replace that card with a Pyromancer. Not so shabby. Meanwhile, that pushes the power of our Rielle up as well, which is pretty neat. Wow. I really want to do the 3 damage to this Channeler, so we're gonna go with the Pyromancer first. Let's take the Scry, set up our next turn, land can go. I think we take this attack. We're at 20 life. Okay. Let's be the aggressors, right? They've got 3 available cards. Yeah, okay, here's a land. Oh, 2, because this is a wizard. It's a wizard, hey! Okay, take the 2 lands. They'll probably just... They didn't choose the smashing. Interesting. But again, a forced discard with Rielle in play equals a Drizzaw, and I'd rather have Jwari's Disruption than a mountain anyways. We just need to avoid a little bit of removal for a little while. You know, I'm surprised there's not more copies of Bloodchain's Thirst. So let's go ahead and take the kill on that Channeler here. So technically, with the Master of Winds, the discard equals not only another draw through our Everwise, but we get the damage from our Pyromancer on the Channeler. So, you know, there's huge synergies within the Wizard's tribal area. Let's keep up this opt. We've already activated it, and we're not going to be drawing 2 cards, which is a bummer, but I still think just having an opt in general is not the worst. And I'm not going to risk losing the Everwise, right? Let's just hold off and try to capitalize off this. I wish... Well, actually, we should. We should have enough to counter Kroxa, right? If we can hold up our Disruption... Well, no, it only costs 4. That actually doesn't work at all. We'll figure it out. We need a Channeler. That'd be really nice. Let's just take our opt here. Maybe we should have saved it. I think the thrill is... That's really nice. Okay. And we get a draw here. Another Rielle. So we can actually activate this anytime, which is really cool. But why not do it now and just like hit our opponent with a ton of damage? Let's toss our Disruption. Again, we get to redraw because of Rielle, so it's not that bad. It's not like we're losing cards from our hand. And I want to push this to, like I really do. But we have no more instant speed interaction is the thing. So we're going to take it slow. And we'll kill this thing, right? I get to draw 2. And it's like we've got a full hand again, which is nice. We can keep going wide. Right? I think we will take action. If we had a fling, this would be lethal, right? Oh, it is! I was like, there's no way they're holding the Spike Field Hazard. I didn't want to say it out loud. I was like, could be a hazard or a shock, but don't manifest it, and they still pulled it. Typically, that's the argument we as content creators often have. It's like we're trying to lay out the play lines for you guys really good as what we think is going to happen, but we don't want to be condemning ourselves either. Oh man, really? I guess we should have taken the... Well, I guess we can pay life. Then we wouldn't be playing whatever. Let's just take our scry, whatever. I like Into the Roil. You know, they're gonna play a Kroxa, we'll just bounce it to their hand. Sorry. So this is a top-ranked Mythic deck. You know, the Rakdos. It's good. There's the removal. They found a vein of it. They're starting... The removal miners. Okay, so Kroxa, and we discard... our Smashing, I think. Again, the discard doesn't really affect us because Rielle, so... We could discard See the Truth, but... At the end of the day, I think... See the Truth is really good just for a dig skis, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe... What if they remove Rielle one more time? I want that next copy to drop on them. Let's be conservative. We're gonna win it next turn. Let's kick it. Get out of here! We get that damage in, and we hit for lethal, baby! Yeah! Is it Wizards? I think it's a contender. Might not be tier 1, but this baby could be tier 2. Alrighty, so we kind of skipped the deck tech today. What did you guys think of it? Do you want me to be running through each individual card in depth and then going through all of the strategies and synergies? Or should we just blaze through it like we did today? You know, I'm trying to find the ideal format for these videos, so it's going to be a little bit of experimentation over the following weeks. So bear with me, and we're going to be trying a couple new things. Again, feel free to share your insight and your perspective, your opinion within the comments below. Of course, you should be smashing like on every single one of my videos if you want to support me and the channel in general. We're trying to do this full time as our career, question mark? LOL. And if we can successfully pull it off, which we are on the precipice, we're right on the edge. We're about to break through, and then I want to start building a course to teach people how to do this, right? 'Cause, if I've been able, you know, as an illiterate monkey, to create a full-time income off YouTube within a year and a half, just imagine what all of you guys could do. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and that would be maybe some motivation for me to work on that. And I think I'm only gonna sell it for like less than $20, like a cheap amount for the value that you're gonna get in it. So I know that's a little bit off topic, but the ending of these videos often are. Let me know what you thought of the Wizards. You know, I've made a couple of weird theme decks that are off meta. You know, maybe they're tier 3, tier 2, but I'm just having fun playing the game for myself. That might sound weird, but you know, just to always be following the meta and like being so obsessive about it and be like, these cards have better value than those cards, so they don't exist. It's just like, it's weird. It's not that fun when you do it for 2 years straight. So I gotta mix it up, right? I gotta sprinkle some of my own spice in there, and well, this is it. This is a perfect deck to while out on Kroxa players, and you know, just fun in general. We had to hit up the tribals. Like I said, we did Wizards, Warriors, Clerics, and Rogues. If you're interested in those, just Google them. We've got them. You know, free-to-play versions and then the decked-out versions. Obviously, this is a very decked-out version. The free-to-play Wizards is a little bit more difficult to make work, but it's still possible. And with that all being said, thanks for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, hit that bell icon, support me financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and buy all your winter supplies through the Amazon link, all that jazz. I appreciate you. Go have yourselves an amazing day, and make sure to watch yourselves another video